Well, thanks for stopping by the 33 King studio to hang with your old buddy, Uncle Jay. Now, have you ever wondered where the term the little green men come from? Well, I've always wondered about that myself. Turns out, on August 21st, 1955, a family had a terrorizing encounter in Hopkinsville, Kentucky, which coined the phrase little green men that we use worldwide today, describe encounters with aliens. Let's get into this story because it's very intriguing, and thank you once again for stopping by and all your support. All right, sorry I'm jumping in here right before we get with the story. But as you know, right now in the news media, there's all kinds of stuff, stories going around with UFOs, UAPs, and we've got a whistleblower that used to work inside with the government. Now, what do you think? I want you to leave me a comment down there and tell me if you've ever had an experience with UFOs, ever seen anything like that, or maybe been abducted by aliens. You can leave it in the comment section, or you can send it to the studio's email, which I'll leave in the description box. So let's get started with this, and thanks for hanging with Uncle Jay, and I'm going to put my tinfoil hat on for this one because this one's pretty cool. Have we become so arrogant as a species that we think we are the only intelligent life in the universe? Could it be there are extraterrestrials that keep watch over us for our safety or perhaps our demise? Well, on August 21st, 1955, the Kelly Hopkinsville UFO incident terrified the people of western Kentucky and introduced the world to little green men. Around 11 p.m. one August night in 1955, 8 people showed up to Hopkinsville, Kentucky police station in a complete state of panic. "We need help," one gasped. "We've been fighting them for nearly 4 hours." "Fighting who?" "Well, apparently little silver men. To some, the Kelly Hopkinsville encounter provides compelling evidence of alien contact. Others see it as an overreaction, perhaps fueled by moonshine, to even perhaps an owl attack." What's definitely certain is that the intrigue around the event has lingered until this day. 300-odd citizens of nearby Kelly, Kentucky throw an annual Little Green Men Festival. Every August, a troop of little green men comes to the town, inspired from the incident. And even Steven Spielberg drew inspiration from the encounter when he made the movie E.T. So what exactly happened on that August 21st hot summer night in 1955 when Billy Ray Taylor of Pennsylvania went to visit his friend Elmer Lucky Sutton at his farmhouse in the tiny town of Kelly? Billy went to the well to collect some water, then something streaking across the sky caught his attention. Taylor later described the silvery object as a real bright, with an exhaust of all colors of the rainbow coming out of the tail end. He panicked. He fled indoors and told the others, which included his wife and the Sutton family, that he'd just seen what he described as a UFO. Taylor recalled that he hadn't heard an explosion, Just a hissing noise as the object landed somewhere behind the farmhouse. But no one took Taylor seriously until the dogs began to bark. And then they knew someone or something was approaching the house. The terrified group later described to the police what they saw in vivid, frightening terms. The invaders had round, oversized heads with long arms and talons that touched the ground. Everything seemed about them had a shimmer to them, and they glowed in the dark. Their eyes had a yellowish light, and their bodies glinted like they were made of silver metal, and they were getting closer. But those gathered at the Sutton farmhouse weren't going down without a fight. Sutton and Taylor grabbed guns. When one of the creatures pressed its face against the window, they started to fire. Over the next few hours, the aliens drew close, and then they retreated. They flipped up into the trees when the Taylors tried to shoot them, and one reached down and grabbed Billy Taylor's hair. Finally, when all seemed quiet, several people piled into a car and fled into town and began to beg the police for help. Four city police, including the chief of police, Russell Greenwell, drove out to the Sutton farmhouse to see what had happened. Aliens or not, the crowd at the police station seemed to have a genuinely terrified reaction. One man had a pulse of 140 beats per minute. And also you gotta remember that the Greenwells, well, they weren't the kind of people who normally run to the police for help. Greenwell, the sheriff, duly noted. But the police didn't find any obvious evidence of little silver men or little green men. At least one Kentucky police officer believed Taylor and Sutton's story. Sergeant Frank Dudas. He wasn't among the officers that visited the Sutton farmhouse, but he'd had his own alien encounters the summer before. Dudas and another officer reported seeing 3 flying saucers. I think the whole story is entirely plausible, Dudas told the Kentucky New Era magazine. I know I saw the saucers, and if I saw them, well, the Taylor and Sutton story could very well be true. So what do you think? Did the Suttons really encounter something on their farm that year? Or was it just an owl? Was it a vivid imagination? Was it fueled by moonshine? Well, according to the reports, this family didn't have any ill reports about them whatsoever. What do you think in current events? Are they getting ready to tell us that aliens really exist? Well, drop a like, hit that subscribe, hit that notification bell if you like what Uncle Jay's doing, and in the comments below, you tell us. Do you think aliens are real? And is our government getting ready to tell us that they have evidence of it? Anyway, let that American flag wave at the end, and we'll see you the next time.